Emergency sirens blared as the Emperor strode down the corridors of his flagship, the Boomcephalus. All around him, his space morons and his crumpstodies ran to their battle stations. The halls of the ship echoed with cries of, "For the Emperor!" and "War Imperium!" as he passed. The huge orc warlord could feel the impact of the big boom Daka cannons against the custom force field of the Boomcephalus. He grinned as he stepped out into the airlock. It was time he dealt with this fate git. Oracle Dawn took command of the bridge and began giving orders to the ambushed fleet. "The Astromilligrotum is getting fragged to Zog. We cannot fight this one all fair like. They outnumber us. We got to get Morky. Snickersmund." "Yeah, Dad." "Do not call me that. Listen, we needs more ships. You take the Crumpstodies and go get some new ones." "Got it." "And Snickersmund?" "Yeah." "You are a git. And I never liked you." "Thanks, Dad." As Snickersman left with a contingent of Crumpstodies, Oracle Dawn began organizing a fighting retreat. He bellowed over the Vox system. "We got to get us, you lot. Pull every single dirty trick in the stupid book Orcar wrote. Drop the mines, deploy the void squigs, send in the mad boys. We's gonna make 'em bleed, boys, for the Emperor." The Emperor strode out into the void across the hull of the Boomcephalus. The big boom Daka of the traitor kill cruisers filled his entire field of vision with a spectacular display of light and explosions. Never had the Emperor seen so much Daka. He even smiled a bit beneath his helmet, feeling a bit of pride in his gittish traitor Primorcs. But that feeling was there just for a ghost of a moment. The familiar feeling of the war swelled in the Emperor's chest. He remembered what he was here for. His rage began to build, and his body became wreathed in green flames. Gouts of war energy leapt from him with each step. It was then that the Emperor remembered his real enemy. "Here I am! What do you got for me, fate? Did you bring the biggest fight in the galaxy for little old me? Come on, hit me!" Right on cue, almost as if fate had accepted the war boss's challenge. The custom force field of the Boomcephalus shorted out, and the Emperor could see a veritable wall of the big Daka heading right for him, fired from one of Morktarian's cruisers. Huge shells the size of Gargant streaked towards the Emperor. "War Imperium!" The warlord's eyes shone with bright green light as he reached out with pure war energy. Each of the huge shells became engulfed in burning psychic energy. The incoming broadside looked like green comets streaking towards their targets. But they were slowing. The Emperor grunted with exertion as the impossibly huge shells came to a stop right in front of him. "Nice try, fate! You gotta do better than that if you wanna zog me!" The Emperor clenched his fist and pulled his arm back in a big wind-up. With a mighty yell, the Orc warlord threw his arm forward like a pitcher as war energy boiled all around him. A wave of green light emanated from the Emperor and struck the shells, flinging them back at the Death Guard cruiser. He grinned as he watched massive explosions rip through the enemy's hull. The Emperor laughed. "Ain't nothing gonna stop me. I'm choppier, shootier,
and I got more war boiling out of my ears than any kid in the galaxy. What else you got, fate?
On the bridge of the vengeful Speargit, Oris Lutakill watched the Emperor's psychic display, grinning as he saw the beams of green energy fling the shells back at the Death God.
There he is! Ain't no one but the Emperor could do so good stuff like that. We found him. Set a course for that big cruiser.
What you mean we found him? You didn't know he was there? I mean, of course we found him. That's the Emperor's big bullship. That's the Boomcephalus. Horus, we've both been on board that thing before. Where else was the Emperor gonna...
With one motion, Oris punched right through the Vox grill of the Death Dread and yanked Erebos out, wires and all, and dropped the orc twitching on the floor.
Shut it, Erebos! Get the dogs to fix him! Or don't! I don't really give a squig. Zog, Erebos! The only thing I care about is scrapping with the Emperor. This war, this Imperium is gonna be mine.
The Emperor's fleet was reeling as they tried to withdraw, despite the best efforts of Snickesmund and Orkledorn. The forces of Oris Lutakill were closing the noose, and soon the ambitious orc warlord would be surrounded and his forces destroyed, likely ending his dream for Deperium. However, all was not lost. The Orc War is an interesting phenomenon that unites all orcs. Whenever orcs fight, they generate war that can be sensed by other orcs. A big fight is like a beacon to those orcs, drawing them from all corners of the galaxy if the fight is big enough. As the battle raged, there was a disturbance in the void. Green energy swirled with the chaos of the Empyrean as new ships dropped back into real space. They bore the distinctive red and black of the Bloodfly Boys, and at the head of the fleet was none other than the Primorc Sadgriniest. No man do they call me, my mother and my father, and all my comrades as well. I hope you all enjoyed the latest entry in the story of Da Emprah and his harrowing journey to punch fate in the face. If you enjoyed it, please like and comment below as it helps feed the wall of Da Emprah. If you're new to the channel and you had some fun, please subscribe for more stories full of orky nonsense. If you have no idea what's going on, you can click on the link to Da Emprah playlist and start this epic silly tale from the beginning. And if you would like to shower me with enough wealth to make a free Buddha blush, you can support me on Patreon, or you can also donate via PayPal if you prefer. Thank you all very much. No Man out.